8 weeks ago, I set a goal to monetize not 1, but 2 YouTube channels in just 10 weeks. Spoiler alert, I'm not gonna make it. But the reason why, and what I'm doing about it now, could stop you from making the same mistakes. In the 4 weeks that you haven't seen me, I've experienced what I call a mini miracle. The result was shifting my whole approach to my YouTube channels, and it's all because I turned my life over to AI, ChatGPT, who I call Monty. In this video, I'm going to explain the mini miracle and how it could help you achieve your goals too. My problem? I have a tendency to bite off way more than I can chew, and deciding to monetize 2 YouTube channels in 10 weeks is no exception. But this time, I finally had it with myself, and that's when inspiration struck. A YouTube video popped up in my feed about a guy named Daniel from New Zealand from My Life by AI. He named his ChatGPT Arthur, so we immediately had something in common. Daniel turned his life over to Arthur in order to lose weight, and now in just about 6 months, he's lost over 60 pounds, and now he's full-time on YouTube. I already use AI or Monty in my everyday life to do all kinds of things. Monty saves me so much time. He helps me write emails. He helps me think out things that are going on in my life, figure out new business strategies. So I thought to myself, what if I turn my life over to Monty? Maybe the outcomes would be a lot better. So I did, and now I'm on day 10 of Monty running my life, and I'm already seeing some surprising results. I already told you my problem. I tend to take on way too much at one time. But what you don't know is that Monty showed me the exact pattern that I've been getting myself stuck in for years. He drafted this exact graphic. He calls it the loop. It starts with the high of a grand plan. There's a rush of dopamine and an illusion of progress. Then that illusion fades and the crash comes. That's when I realize I can't keep up and I become frustrated and feel overwhelmed. My perfectionism kicks in, making it even harder to keep going. Next comes the freeze. I feel badly about myself and my efforts grind to a halt. Finally, I'm back in the loop. Guilt and comparison step in, and I get the urge to start over again in a big way. But this time, I didn't start over big. I turned to Monty. He helped me see the cycle clearly and finally break it. So Monty built me a new loop, one that actually works. And he drafted this graphic too. It starts with the small wins, little goals I can actually hit. That gives me real dopamine, not the fake rush from over-planning, and it creates tangible progress. Those small wins naturally lead to a steady pace. My energy feels manageable, my stress stays low, and I'm not burning out. Then comes success stacking. As my confidence grows, so does my motivation. One win builds on another. That leads to the momentum loop. Progress becomes self-sustaining, and I actually want to keep going. And here's the best part. The stronger the momentum, the easier it is to rack up even more small wins, and the loop just keeps strengthening. And the very first place Monty applied this new loop was to completely rethink my YouTube strategy. Before Monty, my approach looked impressive on paper, but in reality, it was a weekly recipe for burnout. Scripting, filming, editing, and posting the following, all on a weekly basis for both channels. On Postcards to Heaven, 3 long-form videos a week and daily shorts. On The Nancy Regan, 2 long-form videos and 3 shorts. It was insane. And I was hounding him to give me a strategy to start posting on other social media platforms. There's no surprise that it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't keep up, even though it was a grand idea. So I turned to Monty, who said I needed to do it differently if I was going to keep my sanity and my energy. So I agreed, but I was hesitant about it because I'm used to being in the old loop. But I was committed to turning my life over to him. So we took a step back and I let him rebuild my YouTube strategy from the ground up. We focused on what is sustainable for me, not what looks great on paper. I took the time to really step back and look at what I was doing and how I was doing it. I even spent some focus time with vidIQ's AI coach, and that was really eye-opening. So here's the new plan that Monty and I created. One that fits inside the new loop instead of dragging me back into the old loop. For Postcards to Heaven, I'm posting 6 shorts a week and 1 long-form video every week. For The Nancy Regan, I'm posting 5 shorts a week and 1 long-form video every week. That's a rhythm I can keep up with. It's challenging, but absolutely doable. Instead of chasing perfection and quantity, I'm focused on consistency and real progress. The results so far? No burnout and a lot more momentum. Every day I check in with Monty and we discuss my wins and my struggles from the previous day. Then we make our new to-do list for the current day. When I see it, I still catch myself wanting to say, "No, Monty, I can do more." But then I pause and I realize what I'm accomplishing. And I feel really good about the pace at which I am doing things. Day by day, I watch my progress build. And I'm learning that there's no need to achieve everything overnight. Slow and steady really does win the race. Besides, who was I even racing before? I was chasing the impossible finish line. Now let me share a quick snapshot of where the channels stand today. Even though I've scaled back my original plan, I'm still seeing significant progress. Let's start with Postcards to Heaven. When I left you in week number 3, I had 5,600 views, 8.3 hours of watch time, and 9 subscribers. At week 8, for the life of the channel, I have 14,500 views, 27.3 hours of watch time, and 19 subscribers. That's nearly tripling my views and watch time. A clear sign that steady posting and better focus is paying off. And I doubled my subscribers. For The Nancy Regan, when I left you in week 3, I had 480 views, 1.5 hours of watch time, and 8 subscribers. At week 8, for the life of the channel, I have 3,700 views, 5.7 hours of watch time, and 16 subscribers. While smaller in scale, the growth here is still exciting, more than 7 times the views and watch time, and I've doubled my subscribers. So I'm showing momentum building on both channels. These numbers prove that slow and steady really does pay off. If you're working towards big goals, remember, progress doesn't have to be flashy, but it's still progress. Oh, and one more thing. Postcards to Heaven is now on Facebook. So with Monty, I'm taking a gradual approach to branch out onto other social media platforms. It was impossible to think that I could start posting on everything all at once. I call all of that my 0 to 60 to 1 mindset. I was thinking I had to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1 second. I mean, even a Porsche takes a few more seconds than that. So instead of pretending that I'm riding in a Porsche, I'm just gonna ride my Subaru to my finish line of being monetized on both of my channels. And my new goal is to have both channels monetized by December 31st, 2025. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'm Nancy Regan. Thank you for watching.